But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press.
We, the people of the United States.
We've moved so far away from the Constitution that in many ways we don't even recognize it.
In order to form a more...
We think that we're becoming more advanced by abandoning the Constitution and adopting something like an administrative state. But what we're in fact doing is becoming more primitive. We are regressing.
The founders were trying to create a regime of liberty, which would be the greatest possible private scope of freedom, while at the same time being based upon the basic moral principles of the natural law and natural rights.
Your rights of life and liberty and pursuit of happiness. These are rights that you have because you are a human being. They're not rights that you have because government decides to give them to you. The idea then for just government, and the only reason you would consent to government, is because government secures those rights.
The people who make the laws are people too. How do we know they won't make them in their own interest? You need a constitution, and it needs to be in control of the governed.
Almost everybody in America, even people of very different perspectives, senses there's something deeply wrong with our political life. Recovery of the earlier constitutional understanding, I believe it's useful to help guide us, but at the very least, we have to understand it in order to know what relation should we have to that today.
The Constitution is in the service of a larger set of principles, and that when we abandon those principles, not only do we have a different understanding of rights, but we also abandon constitutionalism. I'm Kevin Porteous.
I'm Thomas West.
I'm R.J. Pastrito.
I'm John Cramp.
This is Constitution 101. Let's begin.
I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man.